We have reached the point where I feel as though CD Projekt Red deserves an award for how often they are able to make it into the news for negative press. At this point, it feels like it's every other day. Let's get into it. And in my last video discussing Cyberpunk 2077, we touched on that there was a vulnerability in the game allowing hackers disguising themselves as modders to do as much as take control over people's PCs and get whatever information from players that way. But also that same vulnerability could have also allowed hackers to penetrate CD Projekt Red's own official servers. And even though CD Projekt Red has said that there is no longer anything to fear due to hotfix 1.12, here we are, only a couple days later, and CD Projekt Red's official servers have now been hacked. Not only was CD Projekt Red hacked, but the hacker left a ransom note, and it reads here: "Hello CD Projekt Red, you have been epically pwned. We have dumped full copies of the source code from your server for Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of The Witcher 3. We have also dumped all of your documents relating to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more, and more." What the fuck? "Also, we have encrypted all of your servers, but we understand that you can most likely recover from backups. If we will not come to an agreement, then your source codes will be sold or leaked online, and your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. Your public image will go down the shitter even more, and people will see how shitty your company functions. Investors will lose trust in your company, and the stock will dive even lower. You have 48 hours to contact us." CD Projekt Red did respond, and it reads here: "Yesterday, we have discovered that we have become a victim of a targeted cyber attack due to which some of our internal systems have been compromised. An unidentified actor gained unauthorized access to our internal network, collected certain data belonging to CD Projekt Red Capital Group, and left a ransom note, the contents of which we released to the public. Although some devices in our network have been encrypted, our backups remain intact. We have already secured our IT infrastructure and begun restoring the data. We will not give in to the demands nor negotiate with this actor, being aware that this may eventually lead to the release of the compromised data. We are taking the necessary steps to mitigate the consequences of such a release, in particular by approaching any parties that may be affected due to this breach. We are still investigating the incident. However, at this time, we can confirm that, to our best knowledge, the compromised systems did not contain any personal data of our players or users of our services. We are already approaching the relevant authorities, including law enforcement and the president of the Personal Data Protection Office, as well as the IT forensic specialists, and we will closely cooperate with them in order to fully investigate this incident." Guys, like, I understand being frustrated with the release of Cyberpunk 2077. I get it, but this ain't it. If you want to complain to your friends, if you want to yell on YouTube like I do, if you want to return the game, then do that. But this is obviously way too far. And for those of you that are encouraging this type of behavior and saying CD Projekt Red had it coming, absolutely not, guys. This is too much. Way too much. In one of my videos, I did a deep dive as to exactly what happened, what went wrong with the release of Cyberpunk 2077. And it had in large part to do with the people up top, the suits, the people, the higher ups over at CD Projekt Red. It had nothing to do with the developers. So do not try to attempt to screw over everybody over at CD Projekt Red, even those who did nothing wrong. In one of my videos, I explained how the developers thought that the 2021 release date of Cyberpunk 2077 that they were forced to do was a joke. And the reason why this developer thought the 2021 release date of Cyberpunk 2077 was a joke was because he knew the game was not ready. All of the developers knew that the game was not ready. The suits and the people up top, the higher ups, also knew that the game was not ready. But it was the people up top who were lying to Sony about the condition of the game, lying to their investors about the condition of the game, which resulted in the investors walking away from CD Projekt Red and filing lawsuits. It was the people up top that orchestrated the creation of the fake 2018 E3 demo for Cyberpunk 2077 that had the developers just as surprised as we were because they had no idea what the game was really going to look like. Again, because that demo was fake. It was the people up top that were not allowing reviewers to show their own footage of the game, knowing that the game was not ready. And finally, it was the people up to, I keep saying people up top, but really I mean the leadership board over at CD Projekt Red. It was them in the end that pushed the game out to release knowing that it was not ready. The developers had nothing to do with it. And when you try to attack the entirety of CD Projekt Red like this, keep in mind that when you do that, you're also attacking people who are just trying to do right by us and make great games, and they didn't do anything wrong. Anyway, guys, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.